to go. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having a great day out there. How about if you dancing in your seat? Don't get out of your seat and dance. One life, no return, no deposit.
Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Let's roll, mother chickens.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like I did. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth.
Thank you, Tracy.
All the lies you break.
Thank you, my dear.
Over now.
And you are a cutie.
Rewind,
You're so
and
cute.
I won't
My
let
dear.
you go. I need you by my side.
I know it's this crazy, isn't it? Oh wow, baby.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. We're getting ready to put our pearls on.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Here we go.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got a pearl and a laughter
Thank
too.
you.
The search for facts is always new.
You need some milk.
In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Hell is here and spread the cheer.
Love you, dog.
Make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will
Yes,
save
honey.
the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts.
didn't.
for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Touch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Living life, we lift our hearts. In the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the light. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
Well, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world. And you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is February 18th, 2025. It is currently 4:40 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautiful pearl. Oh, thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing as it gets. Got a lot to talk about today. We went over a few things last night on the Lore Lodge, so we could decompress. We're going to go over some of that today. First, I do want to talk about some other things before we get started. I think most of you was probably over at Jennifer Coffindaffer's just a little bit ago. She is such a valuable part of the Sebastian Rogers community, having her expertise and her knowledge that she has. So big hand goes up to Jennifer on that. Yeah, he's great. He's great. Um, so, there's what I think we need to start doing if someone is arguing with you, like in another chat room, like whether it's um if someone from the other side, uh whether they I just heard something about Seth just a little bit ago, and we need to ask to state the source. Where did it come from? State the source, because does it clarify not only does it clarify things, but it will also help you if you don't know that happened. Um, they were saying, I was talking to a couple people in chat. We were respectfully going back and forth, and they said Seth said something, and I said, "Well, state the source, or is that your opinion?" Because I think it's very, very important. Um, so I think that's a great thing that we should do. Just say, if Seth said that, just or Edgar or KK or any other case, it helps clarify. And this is the thing. Your opinion is one thing. No, 865, they weren't. Nope. Nope. Sure wasn't. Nope. Was not. Um, and I think it's very important. Right. Right. 865. Yeah. So, it's just very important. I need to thank a few people here. Not so cutesy Tracy, but you're so cutesy Tracy. Thank you so much, my dear. Really, really do appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much for your support, getting us closer there to our goal. Really do appreciate you, my love. Taylor, thank you, my dear. Justin, all be kind and help those who need help. Thank you so much, Art Taylor. Um, you're an inspiration. You really are. The things that you have been through lately has been a challenge, to say the least. And you still show up, and you still care about others. So it doesn't go unnoticed. I want you to know that. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. And thank you, Hey Jude. Get out of the bushes. Nope. Nope. Get out of the bushes. The closet's too small and it's too dark to decorate. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Get out of the bushes. Thank you. Hey, Jude. Carrie, thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. How you doing? You are the... Aw, thank you so much, Carrie. Really do appreciate that, honey. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really do appreciate that, honey. Good to see you. And we got Donna coming in clutch. Thank you, Donna. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Much love to you. I know, Julie. I know. Um, you could see Seth last night. He was just broken. Just broken. Uh, he doesn't care about anything other than finding his son, which is what you would expect from any parent, right? That's what you would expect from any parent. But sadly, that is not what we see in this case. It's not what we see in a lot of cases we cover. That being said, 865 was speaking about the front door and the back door, uh, related to Sebastian's home, aka the Proudfoot's home. With that, I thought of something when 865 was taught, and I've thought about this a billion times, but there was a photo that was released. Hey, darling, good to see you. There was a photo that was released by the PI of the back. Now, I wonder, and I'm going to show you something here. 865 picker, 865 picker, who's in here. I want to show you something because it's it's not any. Oh, I hope you feel better, Jude. Uh, it is not nothing new that there is cameras in front of the house that clearly you can see when anyone goes in or out of that house. You can also, according to um, the PI and others and the neighbors, whenever you turn the light on in the Proudfoot home, it kicks the camera on any sort of motion, right? Or disturbance, if you will. Um, thank you so much, Rachel. Really do appreciate. When done, scream for me because maybe I've just been racking my brain. But Justin, day one calls the deets, well, in my opinion, contradict what they stated big time. How do you, Rachel? You don't have to super chat again or anything, but how do you mean? Which which calls? Like them speaking about the call? Is that what you mean? About them speaking about the call? Uh, let me know if I miss Rachel's grocery shop. Do you mean I'm trying to see how you all of them talking. I'm sorry, I'm still not following you, Rachel. Um I don't know. Justin, you're on. How you doing? Thank you so much, Paper. Really do appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much, my love. I mean, I'll definitely discuss it, but I just need to know what you like. If Chris was not there, why separate shopping? Let me rephrase ADHD brain here. I don't remember separate shopping. I'm still not following you. I'm so sorry. Um, they went and they took uh family, or they went with family. Is that what you mean? I think she's talking about Sunday with all the events, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Yeah, that would probably be best if you text me what you mean, like a little bit of a longer form, and I'll read it. Uh, Rachel, do you mean that her going shopping so much that day is proof CP wasn't that? I've always stated I feel like I believe she was going to the bulk stores, BJ's, Costco's for Edgar. for his lunch. I think, in my opinion, Edgar comes home on his days off, usually on the weekends. Like he says, we work Monday through Friday like any other ordinary family. That's his words, not mine. And I think he came home, and I believe she was getting all of the necessities for his little fifth wheel and for his work that that week. I think she probably uh does his laundry and all of that. Was it the fact that KK got snacks for Sebastian and snacks special ready, or why would she need to do that if Edgar wasn't going to be there? You know, I, but that's the thing. I don't. I, I'm just going to be fair. She didn't say that she was getting snacks just for any. She's well. I mean, she actually specified because he's 15 snacks, right? So that's a little bit what I'm confused on. Uh, the only thing I remember separating groceries was with another case, and that's Summer Wells' case. Thank you so much, Maria. Really do appreciate your love. Thank you so much. Thank you, my love. I wonder if they found credit card receipts of him being in the areas. Oh, they have it. I mean, they have where they know exactly wherever Edgar was. That is without a doubt. Without a doubt. Particularly if nothing was premeditated. Then it really, really sets a hole in it, in my opinion. And I believe when Edgar comes home, Sebastian goes to the garage. I don't know. After last night, Seth, just talking about how KK exposed a child that has already been victimized at a young age, and then not getting him the right help, in Seth's opinion, and then exposing him to another predator, and then getting mad about it. Like, something is wrong with you. Something is deeply wrong with you if you think that is okay. Not only is it not okay, it's illegal. It's illegal. And it's beyond anything I've ever seen. We'll get more to that here in just a little bit. But first, yeah, Rhonda, exactly. Exactly. By the way, Paper, how you doing? Free hashtag free Wendy Williams. She needs to be freed. There's another documentary coming out about her. I love Wendy Williams. Um, so, I think KK is emotionally immature due to her own childhood, and she may be incompetent in that area in terms of raising a child, especially one with different needs. I think that she grew up in that type of environment, and she still doesn't see, this is just my opinion, doesn't see the the wrongness of allowing him around someone that is not supposed to be around children. Jennifer Coffindaffer talked about it earlier. I've showed this before. She's a tier 3. That's as bad as it gets. 99 years of probation, right? 99 years of probation. So there's that. Justin, is there any way you can ask Seth if Sebastian took his own meds, like get them and take them on his own with adult supervision, all that? Um, you know something? One of them mentioned one time that, and I can't remember if it was Edgar, KK, or Seth, but they said they tried to keep him on a schedule of taking your medicine at the same time. But I believe that was at Seth's house, if I recall correctly. I could be completely wrong. Don't hold me to that. But I want to think it was I don't know. Seth did make Sebastian take the newest prescription, right? But there was some medicine that was taken. I can't really remember. Level 1 bad, level 2 really bad, and level 3 is yeah, it's abhorrent. I mean, it's yeah, I think I know where you're going with that. Because I was just thinking, if, for instance, Edgar and KK said, "Oh, well, he, was supposed to take his," and I'm not saying that they said this, but I'm just saying this as an example. If Edgar and KK said, "Yeah, he was on a schedule, he took his own medicine every night at 7 o'clock," for instance, then that could be a door for them if he was ever found. But I think it was Seth who said that. I'm pretty sure. Roxy's World says it was Seth. So did she hurt KK? I might have missed. I might have missed if stayed. Did she hurt Blue Angel? I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. And like I've always stated, KK, when you're a child, doesn't matter what you grow up to be. When you're a child, you're innocent. And I have enormous compassion for KK in that respect. But what is baffling to me is putting him back in a situation whenever he's already suffered so much. I mean, just the things that Sebastian has been through in his short years, hopefully 16 years on Earth, from his health issues uh, to the essay and not getting the proper help, and then Edgar, and then Edgar. KK should be in some more therapy and parenting classes and shouldn't be able to. It's concerning. It's very concerning. Very, very concerning. All right. Um, I still didn't get a text from you, my dear. If you're so we'll wait for that. We'll get to that in a moment. But what I want to do now is I want to talk about the front door and the back door. It's important. The PI recently, and by the way, guys, tonight at 7 p.m., uh, I think Josh is going to join me. Everything is good. I haven't heard from him today, so he might something might have what happened. But we'll be live. I'll be live with Josh here on the channel at 7 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours from now, and we'll be talking about Michael Vaughn case because there's a little bit of BS there. So we'll talk about it. All right. Without further ado, let's get started. Do me a favor, guys, hit that thumbs up. Now, if we look here, hold on, let me do it like this. If we look at this, right, it's dark. It's really, really dark, right? Tell Smiley to give you my phone number, please. The light bulb just went off in my head. Just want to talk it over with you. Just okay. I think I might have your number. I don't know if I do 1-800. I don't know. You got my number. Just text the 307 and just say hey. So all right. I don't know when this was. Uh it's hard to know because you can't get much of a clear answer or honesty. So this is dark. It's dark, right? Justin, please remember the front of this is exactly the same in the trash photo and backyard photo. First camera is nest and one. Yes, and by the way, whoever put those, I think the PI put the timestamps on those or whatever. Uh, a Ring camera and a Nest camera are completely different timestamps. Completely different timestamps. It's completely off. They should not look the same at all. So there's that. Just want to put that out there. So you see it's really dark here, right? Really dark. And then this is look at this. Look at this. Why are these two different? Why are these two different? You can see the entire backyard. I don't either, D. How Katie was using her money against Seth when he was not working to raise Sebastian. His father-in-law passed away and she wasn't buying him. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's not day, it's night. It wouldn't be black and white if it was daytime. No, a filter's not going to do that. No snow on the ground. I think it was taken when they were doing the re-enhancement same time they did the corner house. I mean, that's a big, big difference, right? That's a big difference. I'm wondering if they've used different settings on this. Is this like in auto mode? Is this in the what's it called? The without the nighttime vision? I don't know. Look at the moon. Sky looks foggy. Well, it does, but it's also like a night vision. You know what I mean? Well, regardless, right? Regardless, whether it's an enhanced mode or whatever, you can see a hell of a lot more. It's clearly not. I don't know. You can see a hell of a lot more. Is it at dusk? I don't know. But if you can see this good at night, they're going to be able to see a hell of a lot more. Well, he is a professional photographer. You got me there. You got me there. You got me there. Send a text about time difference. Second. Um, Ring camera and Nest camera if you'd like to show the difference. Okay, yeah. This is actually I had this something kind of very similar on my phone. So thank you for that. Nope. Sebastian is not with his grandmother. She's not at all. Mm-mm. Waning, yes, it's her waning gibbous. It's the waning gibbous. Let me put these into my file here. Thank you for sending this. So this is from a ring. Google Home app. No, it's this one is wrong. This one is wrong, I'm pretty sure. But if you see here, this is from a ring door, and it's like 3/15/23, 12 02/28. These are, and it'll say like front door and all of that. Look at the steps. They are closer on the bottom photo, and we see the fill garage door. Look at the steps. They are closer on the bottom photo. Let me look. What do you mean? Oh, that is interesting. Mohawk, you notice everything. You notice everything. I don't even believe these are. I don't even believe these are pictures. Uh, I don't even believe these are security pictures now. I don't even believe these are security pictures now. I believe these were pictures taken. Yep. That's what happened. Can't even get a real freaking answer. Damn. Something. Something. Look at this. Wow. And also look at the fan blades. Here you only see 3 fan blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see 5 there. So it's, I mean, they're clearly different angles and different pictures and all of that, which the fans, they move. So I don't know if that's be a thing now that I talk about it, but it's still clearly it's something is definitely wrong here. And I mean, well, look at the building here. You see right here. You see the side of this. Look here. You don't see the side of it here. See what I mean? Right here. You can see the side, the white right here. Here, nothing. Nothing at all. At all. So it's not, it's got to be from, it's misty in one. I don't know. I mean, for that, it can be, and yeah, the full garage door. Yep. Yep. There you go. Good Lord. Lights on and off, porch angle. Yeah, well, it's mainly about the angle because, if it's fixed to a house, um, I personally don't believe that there is, ooh la la, uh, no, because it's how close the steps are, that they're closer. And they're two different times, clearly. Because, I mean, look at the sky. One's got the moon, and the other one, it's just got clouds. It's craziness. Them are not video surveillance photos. Yeah, they had to have been. They had to have been. They're definitely not video surveillance. I personally don't feel like anyone has any video of value, in my opinion. I I mean, you guys know how pissed off Nick Barris was, or not Nick Barris. They was at Nick Barris whenever he released that. So there's that. All my security photos have times. They all do. Yes, that as well. Bait and switch, same as the trash truck photo. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly it. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, so she sent me what she meant. She texted me. Give me 1 second, I'll read it. Okay. So Chris won't disclose uh when he comes home. Well, not advised from law enforcement. We know that's a lie. Set the bait and boom, bite. Katie for sure lived a horrible childhood. Uh so have I, but I didn't repeat the cycle, but that's me. They're all bark that Seth left Sebastian home alone. So did Katie. Yes. Talk on the weekend prior to SWDR missing. I don't know what that means. Because they say cops called Seth's home. If don't want to, totally fine. I don't, because they're saying cops called Seth home. Well, they checked his stuff too, if that's what you mean. Okay, let me try to explain. Chris makes the call, but Katie is what? Did she let her son stay with her mom? Compassion for her tragedies, yet repeating the cycle. But the house had alarms. Well, they say they don't, though. And I knew video showed it. And Chloe, I think, was the one who shows kitchen. KP was bulk shopping when CP wouldn't waste the drive. Worked worked some Saturdays. Why what day a week did this occur? I'm saying a lot of circles, but CP fixed car and same time Katie out with niece and family. When did they come home? Also, the lights garage first one was out because camera, and there is different stamps. I know what you want to say. I know what I want to say, but I can't get the words out. I'm sorry. Honestly, I probably fell. Um, I still don't really understand. I'm not understanding you, darling. I'm sorry. Maybe, yeah, maybe you can call later. That might be the best thing. Maybe you can call later. She just not she's just having a hard time explaining it, which I get. I get totally. Okay. Well, damn, what I do? All right. Oh, I got a question. Got a question. Got a question. I want to show y'all this, but can y'all tell me which interview this happens with? I played it before and I laugh like hysterically when Seth gives this
Chris,
look.
do you think
All right, but this is credit goes to Spirit Seeker Squad. Link is provided in the description. But there's a picture in here that I want to know where it came from. All right. Here we go.
that Seth had anything to do with the disappearance of his child?
No.
100% at your soul, you don't believe
I
you,
don't
Katie,
feel
or
he
Seth?
does. No, absolutely not. And everybody will have their own opinions. But Seth was at work. After I got off the phone with law enforcement, I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, the next phone call I made was directly to Seth. Immediately. They
Right
called his
there.
phone.
Where is the interview where Seth gives that look? He gives he gives that look to Tony. No. I'm talking about the picture of Seth. I want to use it in a little bit. The side eye. Court TV. Tony said crystal clear. Oh my God. I have that look. Oh my God. That look he gives. Like, that is the funniest. Okay, let me see if I can find that. It's gotta. Was it? I wonder if it was. Might have been one of these. Let me see if it's her. Yep, this is it. I found it. Okay, we'll look at that in just a second. I want to see.
It went to voicemail. I didn't leave a voicemail. I sent him a text. As soon as you get this, call me immediately. 911. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. And he called me, and I told him, and I'll never forget that conversation. I won't. Nope. But I told him. He went to the house. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
What?
I just don't know what people want. I mean, people are going to want their own answers and their own theories, but I promise you, it is very straight, black and white, no gray area. It's right down the middle. And here it is.
I got in my truck about 7:20, and I saw that I had a missed phone call and a text message from Christopher Proudfoot saying, and 911, and that's when I turned around and I called, and that's when I found out my son was missing.
So what was that conversation like when you finally got him on the phone? And do you happen to remember what time the text was versus the missed call? I mean, was that right at 6 o'clock? Was it at 7 something?
6:22. 6:22. 6:22.
Okay, so they went through the business of Katie calls Chris
Listen.
calls the sheriff. And then when all those calls were made, then they reach out to you for the first time.
The text was at 6:22. From my understanding, they called the sheriff's office at like 6:33. So,
Seth, what was the first thing that Chris said to you on the phone? What was the very first thing he said?
don't be mad.
We haven't
Don't be mad.
process.
Call came in at
Look at that.
6:33 this morning.
Right.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning. Dispatch.
Morning.
Now listen to this.
Immediately.
Your soul, you don't believe you,
I don't
Katie,
feel
or
he
Seth.
does. No, absolutely not. And everybody will has their own opinions, but Seth was at work. You know, after I got off the phone with law enforcement, I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, the immediately next phone call I made was directly to Seth. Immediately. I called his phone. It went to voicemail. I didn't leave a voicemail. I sent him a text. As soon as you get this, call me immediately. 911. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. And he called me, and I told him, and I'll never forget that conversation. I won't. Nope. But I told him. He went to the house. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what people want. I mean, people are going to want their own answers and their own theories, but I promise you, it is very straight, black and white, no gray area. It's right down the middle. And here it is.
And he says it's actually a boring case when you think about it. And police did not arrive till 7:03. Yep.
I got in my truck about 7:20, and I saw that I had a missed phone call and a text message from Christopher Proudfoot saying, and 911, and
So how did that? So still to this day, yes, is what he says. But yeah, 33 minutes. 33 minutes. So the time is off here.
that's when I turned around and I called, and that's when I found out my son was missing.
So what was that conversation like when you finally got him on the phone? And do you happen to remember what time the text was versus the missed call? I mean, was that right at 6 o'clock? Was it at 7 something?
6:22. 6:22. 6:22.
Okay, so they went through the business of Katie calls Chris calls the sheriff, and then when all those calls were made, then they reach out to you for the first time.
The text was at 6:22.
6:22. The text was at 6:22. Well, at 6:03, she says Katie is headed out to the garage, getting in the car. She says she's already on the phone with Edgar. Remember, Justin, they called another family member before calling the non-emergency number per at night. For them to be there by 6:30, the sister? Yeah. $6:22 text. 6:33 is when the call came in to the non-emergency number. Right. Well, this is the thing. Correct. But at 6:22 to 6:33, remember, they had to have called the sheriff's office too. Yes, troopers. He was already. There's just a lot of shadiness. No, Nina call was Wednesday, Carol. called Seth before police. Yes. Wrong. No, no. Edgar did not call that morning to Nina. He did not. Nope. Promise. He did not call that morning. He called Wednesday.
From my understanding, they called the sheriff's office at like 6:33. So,
Seth, what was the first thing that Chris said to you?
And Seth is telling the 1,000% truth there, because it's getting ready to be backed up. Just notice this. Listen to what he just said.
Sheriff, and then when all those calls were made, then they reach out to you for the first time.
Listen to what Seth says.
The text was at 6:22. From my understanding, they called the sheriff's office at like 6:33. So
He obviously has the timestamp for when the text came in, and we're getting ready to confirm what he said about the phone call. Yes, Lady for Justice, a lot can happen between 6:03 and what time did you say? 6:30?
Seth, what was the first thing that Chris said to you on the phone? What was the very first thing he said?
don't be mad.
Listen.
We haven't had a process.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning. And how can Edgar know the exact time of the night before 9:43 or 9:46? What do you mean? And how can Edgar know the exact time of the night before 9? I don't understand what you mean. Don't be mad if you're going. Yeah. Exactly. Never understood why he would say don't be mad. Well, you say don't be mad whenever you've done something, whenever you've broke something. If he went out on his own, that's nothing anyone can help. Right? Hold on. They are saying cops came. Okay. He looked at his phone, I'm assuming, meaning he can't remember what time he called the non-emergency number, but he can remember the night before. Gotcha. Yeah. He knows. Well, again, hey, Tara, he doesn't. There is no time during their entire day that is spoken. What time they wake up, what time they have breakfast, what time they meet with the family, what time they're at Costco, what time they come back home, what time they drop off the niece, what time they go to bowling, what time they go to the steakhouse. It is not until they reach home do they speak about any time frame. And Edgar's very, very sure on 9:43 or 9:46 and midnight or just before midnight. The house on New Shackle, don't forget that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dropping off the and that as well. Same. Yes. Yep. We generally know what time we, do everything. Everything's pretty much planned, right? Or at least you would know, or you would figure it out pretty damn quickly, your time frame about your whole day, if you have a missing child and you need an alibi, right? He says he is a black and white kind of guy. I think he is a very gray and blurry. I think he likes confusion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nope. Other than, but it's just interesting because you have 603, 603. KK has already went in Sebastian's room. She's already looked all over the house and looked outside. And by 603, she's already on the phone with Edgar, heading out to her garage, leaving. She is not gone more than 10 minutes. Not gone more than 10 minutes max to that school there and around the neighborhood and to the school. So 613, right? But they're supposed to be on the phone with law enforcement while she's driving around. Remember? Because he told me to go back to the house. The cops are on their way. That can't be. It can't be. If you are on the phone with him and you're saying cops are on their way, then the maximum you are down at that school is at 6, or you're back by, we'll give it 6:15. Something's wrong. No, Tara, honey, I didn't, darling. I will try to catch up on it tonight, my love. Thank you, Stacy, for 11 months. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you, Miss Stacy. You are an OG for sure. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Consider becoming a family member if you're not yet already. Let me look at something. This is piquing my interest now. Chronicles of Olivia. Let's see what she says here. Credit goes to our beautiful Chronicles. I want to see what she says here.
We went and did that. We went to BJ's. Had a good time there. He ate a colossal popcorn. Came home to put groceries away because we bought snacks because, he's 15 and snacks. We went to the bowling alley. And then from there, we went to dinner. Came home. He took out the trash because that's his chore. He takes the can to the end of the driveway. About 9 o'clock, told him to go to bed.
9 o'clock.
He's come out of his room where he was playing, and he said, "All right, good night, Mama. Good night, puppies. Love you." And went to bed. He was doing something in his room because about an hour later I heard some noise, and I was like, "I don't care what you're doing in there, but go to sleep."
Ooh.
And about midnight, I got up and I went to bed. And 6 o'clock, I went to wake him up for school Monday morning. And that's when he wasn't here.
What was going through your mind at that point? Like, what were the feelings that you were feeling?
To censor myself. Holy freaking crap, this can't be happening. Where is my kid? Choice words were used. Like, where the F is he? I had looked through the house for him because it
I had
was
looked.
typical for him to get up and come and rummage for snacks and things like that.
You can tell this is rehearsed. Yeah, you're exactly right, Carrie. You can tell it's rehearsed. I had called she forgot that, and she goes back to that.
And he likes to dip behind the walls and watch, and then he comes out after I come back and he likes to scare me. But
So weird.
after I looked, and I mean, mind you, all of this took place in like 1 minute flat. But
1 minute flat. Dumb.
I didn't see him in his room. I looked all over. I ran through the whole house. I looked out all the doors and windows, and I was like hollering his name. And I picked up the phone and I called my husband and I said, I can't.
Hold on.
It's in like 1 minute flat. But I didn't see him in his room. I looked all over. I ran through the whole house. I looked out all the doors and windows, and I was like hollering his name. And
she looked at all the doors and windows. Did the doors open, I wonder?
I picked up the phone and I called my husband and I said, I can't find him. And he said, what do you mean? I said, he's not in this effing house. I can't find our son. And I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already like.
That's where she says he's already. We're finding something here, folks.
At this point, I was like hysterical and I was crying, I was screaming, and
she's hysterical, she's crying, and she's screaming, and Edgar has the cough. He was like, who is this he, KK? Who is this he? It can't be Sebastian. It can't be Sebastian. That's who you're looking for. The only other he in the house is the bearded dragon right there. That's the only one. That's it.
Three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement and was telling them like our son is missing and we don't know what's going on. And he was like, go back to the house. They're on their way.
There we go. Go back to the house. Go back to the house. They're on their way. That's very important. That's very important. Sounds of other interviews had an obvious elbow. Yeah. Mohawk said, Justin, he told the truth. Told Katie, I'll call you back. When was that? I'm trying to remember. I'll call you back. He said, I'll call you back. I need to call Seth. Where was that? Look at Edgar's face. Knows they are busted. When was he talking to truth? When was that? Like the last time, Mohawk? Why would she add he liked to dip behind the walls? Because she's weird as hell. Why a three-way? Yeah, nobody dials a three-way to call 911 or dispatch. You don't need a three-way. No matter how hysterical you are. That's what 911 is. It's baloney. How anyone can't see that, you're blithely unaware. Thank you so much. I see Bama, 4 months, my darling. Truth does not mind being questioned. A lie does not like to be challenged. Bingo, girlfriend. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay, where did he say I called? Where does he talk about that? He was already, I think it might have been Smiley's. So if CP didn't call 911, who dispatched the sheriff? No, 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 no. MW. Edgar, CP, he called the sheriff's department. And he said, I notified them, and then I hung up. And then they told him, why are you calling us? You have to call 911. That's what they told him. And then he didn't call 911. He called the non-emergency number. He called the non-emergency number is what he did. Wait, hold on a minute. If she was on the three-way call, she would have heard the police. Of course. Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I've said that before. Exactly. I mean, why, if you're on the three-way, why does he have to tell you that the cops are on their way? You hear it. Something is off. Way off. It's 30 minutes till police call. I mean, it is an entire hour from the time Katie calls Edgar, literally an hour to the dot. 6:03, she calls Edgar. 7:03 is the time the cops show up. So from gate, Edgar didn't everything to make Sebastian. What? The non-emergency number. You know why I think I took 30 minutes? Because I think that they acted like it wasn't a big deal. I think that's why it took them 30 minutes. The only reason you call the non-emergency number. I think that's why it took them 30 minutes. God only knows what they told them.
And I drove back to the house, and 20 days later, we haven't found him.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how stressful that is. And also, like when we were driving up here, like this neighborhood is so pretty and nice. And do you think, has he ever like walked away before, or like has that ever happened? It's just no, first time.
He's not a child that wanders. He's not one that is
Does the dispatch say what time she was driving around in her blue Infiniti? I don't know if it says the time. Can someone send me the link to the dispatch? I might even have it, but I don't know. If someone can text me that link to the dispatch, where was Katie during the call, the whole call? He texted 911 to Seth. Yeah. Why was Mommy Bauer socks at the store near the school? I don't know. I don't know, but I find it very interesting that the sister says we've been searching since 6:30. She said that the day after Sebastian went missing on the 27th, and I find it very interesting how if they were close, that they would have been there by 6:30, perhaps even. Um, Hold on, what did you say, Mohawk? Okay. Called the non-ER because downplaying the situation to deliberately slow down the investigation, make it. Yep. Mhm. Yep. Sure did, Val. Sure did. Yes, she said it at 5:58 a.m. on the 27th. I have that. I've shown it several times. KP, check KP's. Uh, well, that's the thing, Ian. And there is the night before they have Sebastian on camera. I would like to know, do they have footage of KK driving around? Thank you, troopers. Driving around that morning. Because if they don't have camera footage of that, but they have camera footage of Sebastian and her the night before, that's very suspicious. Justin, they didn't start cursing or saying F word until they were called out for not being upset. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Bear with me 1 second so I can. All right. Let me pop this up. Bear with me 1 second. Maybe.
Heading missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised this morning they woke up and their 15-year-old male was not in the bed. Medium white male, 30-pound hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. All the doors are locked at this time.
2-4 in a row.
Hello,
Central.
12, go ahead.
CRL.
Sebastian, you know.
He's not clear verbal warning.
Copy that, I have clear verbal.
Central.
Okay. That's the one I want.
Yes, let's see. Juvenile has a phone.
1 second here.
Control to 47180 Warren 12. Juvenile left in front of house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
Where I need the audio, or I need the time, like I need the time stamps of when this was said. Katie did not know the cops were on their way. Edgar had to tell her, so she wasn't on the three. That yes, right. Yes. Yep. Hello, Bibly Beth, darling. How are you? What did Shopoodle say? Nothing is going to happen, or there will be a lot of people arrested for including. Sebastian could unlock a door. Did they have a lock system controlled by a phone like Edgar's phone, so even KK couldn't get out? Don't know what. I mean, I know what you mean, but I don't know what like you're implying. Uh, there are so many lies and inconsistencies. It's yes. Yeah, I've got that, but it doesn't show the timestamps on his. Oh no, that's not the one I was looking at. That was the True Crime Unraveled. Let me check. Give me 1 second here. Did you get my text link? Let me check.
So be sure and search under callers and under things. Go ahead. Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue? Temple.
This is it. This is the one I was
HFC,
looking for. This is thank you. Thank you for sending this. This is the one I was looking for. 639. Okay, Jessica Danielle. This is it. Jessica. Okay. Here we go. 639.
Setting the scene. 1008 Stafford Court.
Okay. So the call came in at 6:33. 5 minutes later is when the dispatch starts. Right? 6:33 the call comes in, that's what they say on here. 5 minutes later it comes in.
1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised that a 15-year-old male is not in the bed. Medium white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, one finger turned down. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of Catholicism. This is the first time it happened. Perhaps going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time.
10-4 Monroe.
Central to 47-180, 412. Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place
Hold on.
subdivision.
What time was that? 6. What? 6:42? She's driving around? Something's wrong. I'm telling y'all. From 6:03 to 6:33. What the hell were they doing? They text Seth. They text Seth at 6:22. They call the non-emergency number at 6:33. And it's 6:42. Mom's driving around. My God. Every morning at 8 a.m. Central prayers. Oh, thank you so much, Shoboodles. Well, sister said they've been there since 6:30 looking. But I don't know, Bogey. I don't know. It's 2.5 minutes. Mohawk. It's 2-minute or no more than 3-minute drive according to Google. She was gone for only a couple minutes. She was gone, and I think even their PI said she was gone no more than 10 minutes. Oh God, we got to fill this in.
Central to 47-180, 412. Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
Let's get there and see what's going on. Do our own search of the residence. We'll go from there. I'm in the area.
6:56. They say I'm in the area, so they're not there yet. Let me go back here.
08 Stanford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised that the 15-year-old male is not in the bed. Medium white male, 30 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120.
Oh, thank you, Dawson. Thank you so much, my dear. Love you. Thank you for getting us closer to our goal. Really do appreciate you. Very, very sweet of you, my dear. Love you too, my lovies, dovies. We're gonna have to fill this in, guys. I'm gonna write this down and we're gonna talk about it. This is getting interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. Okay, let's listen to this.
Right down. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of Catholicism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time.
10-4 Monroe.
Central to 47-180, 412. Juvenile left his son at the house.
She's not left her son at the home.
The mother is driving around looking for him.
The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place
In the
subdivision.
Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a big blue Infinity.
Let's get there and see what's going on. Do our own search of the residence. We'll go from there. I'm in the area. Check won't hold up. Just seeing it. You can text me as this file and route to the missing file.
I took personal medical center ER, Center Station ER, Center.
Yes, Bubbly Beth, we made I don't remember what we did before, but there is something very wrong with from 603. Where is that interview where Katie says, because someone asked, were you already on the phone when you were heading out to your garage? Or were you already on the phone with him? I think it might have been Nancy Grace. And she says, I was already on the phone with him when I was getting in my car. From 603 to 633, the only thing that we know is he, Edgar, texts Seth. That's it. Okay, we'll pull that up in a minute. I'm pretty sure it was from, I mean, this is the thing. KK, if it took you a minute flat or 3 minutes flat when you wake him up at 6 o'clock to 603, and you say you call your husband and you get right in the car while you're already talking to him by the time you get in the car, from 603 to 633, what the hell is everybody doing? There is 30 minutes of lost time. That is huge. Hey, Tina, good to see you. Glad you're back. Whew.
Regional ER, anti-line, all clear, of the juvenile. You can see that the code red has them on. That is 745. Next picture. See that the code.
And it says code red enables emergency notifications by telephone, text, messages, emails, for emergency matters. It's not an Amber Alert, but it's a code red. They'll get a message.
Red has them on. That is 745.
Next big track back up. Going into the construction site over here back towards the beach. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints, anything? Couldn't have any shoes. I do have some footprints.
Yeah, this is not even an hour into the cops being there. Right? So let's go to Nancy Grace and find this. This is getting very interesting. Here we go. All right, here is Nancy Grace. Sorry, I gotta link it before I can. Full credit, Nancy Grace. All right. Very interesting. All right. Thank you so much, Texas Cowgirl, my darling. Justin, did any camera catch her car backing out or driving back up from driving around? Backing out or driving back up from. Justin, did any camera catch her car backing out? Backing out of her garage or driving back up from driving around? I mean, it would have been the car or the house across the street would have. Also, I do know that the lighthouse, if you will, where we see the flashlights in the car, I know that that car has KK zooming in and out. I do know that. But if you're talking about backing out of the garage, that would have been the neighbors across the street. Yep. Yep. Exactly, Cheryl. Yep. The one there on the corner. Were they all dressed and waiting for the calls? Sis cannot wake up, get dressed, drive there, and start searching in the missing. I don't know. I mean, if you believe whoever that originally said that Cruella was in the area at 5 something in the morning, then yes. But if not, then no. Okay, I think it's more in the beginning. Let's see here.
That night, I understand from previous statements you've made that you went to bed around midnight. Is that correct?
Oh, it's not just.
It is.
And to you, Mr. Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot, did you also go to bed at midnight or before or after?
No, ma'am. We went to bed around the same time. It was 3 hours and 37 minutes from doorstep.
You were not home.
No,
okay.
ma'am.
So where were you, Mr. Proudfoot?
I was
CG,
in
yeah.
Memphis, Tennessee.
How far away is that?
Don't know.
3 hours and 37 minutes from doorstep to doorstep.
And what were you doing in Memphis?
Working.
Where do you work?
I'm currently working, or was working, at the St. Jude Children's Hospital construction project.
I just noticed that he says, I'm currently working, well, was working. He says, I'm currently working, well, was working there. And then later on, he says, I'm down here to go back to work. And KK says, I'm here to help him go back to work. I'm currently working, was working. Currently working, well, was working. Yep. Currently was working at St. Jude's. Y'all were down there, not for work, because you never worked another day back there, Edgar. Good Lord. KK says, I'm down here to help my husband go back to work. Well, then why are you down there? He could be anywhere at this point. No. Not if he walked off barefooted.
Yes, I'm very familiar with St. Jude's. You said you were working there. Are you no longer working there?
Right now, that's up in the air.
Well, you've been gone ever since Sebastian went missing. So I understand. When you are home, do you two sleep in the same bedroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this a 3-bedroom home?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is your room as it relates to Sebastian's room?
It's on the opposite end of the house. The master bedroom's on one side, and the other 2 bedrooms are on the other side of the house.
Okay, so your master bedroom is on one side of the house and Sebastian's room is on the other side of the house. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you have a 3rd bedroom that I believe you keep for your other daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell him about that mattress.
Is that Faith? Is your other daughter named Faith?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So where is Faith's bedroom as it relates to Sebastian's bedroom?
It's in the back side of the house. Sebastian's bedroom is
So
on the
it's-
front side of the house.
Okay. So his bedroom is away from Faith's bedroom and away from your master bedroom. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is Sebastian's room on a top floor or a ground level?
We have a ranch style house. It's a 1.5 story. So everything's flat, and then you have the bonus room above the garage.
Okay. So his is on ground floor, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That morning, was there any sign of a break-in through a window, a front door, a back door, a sliding glass door,
We're
anything
looking
at
for
all?
the garage part.
No, ma'am.
Okay. No sign of forced entry. Was anything taken from the home at all?
Not that we could find anything. We couldn't find anything missing.
I want to
Not even a
circle
flashlight.
back to Sebastian's
That didn't
shoes
work?
regarding if anything was missing. Do you have a burglar alarm?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a Ring doorbell cam?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have the 2 of you taken a polygraph?
I have.
I have not.
Would you be willing to?
I've offered and volunteered on many occasions to take a polygraph, and I was told directly by law enforcement because of my whereabouts, I did not need one.
I understand. Miss Proudfoot, did you pass your polygraph?
I did.
Those questions out of the way. Was Faith in the home when Sebastian went missing?
No.
No, ma'am.
Does anyone else have a key to your home beside your immediate family?
No.
No, ma'am.
That night, Miss Proudfoot, at midnight when you went to bed, what did you do until midnight?
I had been reading a chapter that I needed to, and I had been talking to my husband on the phone. I was falling asleep on him, so that's when he told me it was around midnight. He told me to go ahead and put the dogs up and go to bed, and that's what I did. I got up, put the dogs where they sleep, and then I myself went to bed.
Where do they sleep?
They have
There's
a
no evidence of
big
that.
pen.
A pen, is it inside or outside?
Inside.
Inside. That reminds me of another question. Do you guys have a motion sensor light or lights on the outside of your house?
Yes, we do have lights on the outside of our house.
Did they activate that night?
They're not motion censored.
They're not
We have
motion.
lights.
Were they
Not
on that
motion.
night?
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Were they on that night? So the lights were out the whole night?
Yes, ma'am. We don't typically turn the floodlights on.
Were there any lights outside the house on at all?
We don't typically turn the floodlights on.
Just my little solar lights that we have in the garden.
There's
Yep.
2 lights on the side of the house above the garage that are on at all times.
Oh yeah, those are on.
Oh,
Oh yeah, those are on. Yes. Oh yeah, those are. We don't typically turn the motion light or the lights around their house, but they turn their garage lights on. Oh yeah. I thought about this Dollar Tree solar lamp outside, but forgot about the garage lights.
there's a
Sure.
light above the garage. It's on at all times.
There's 2. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So those lights were on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Niece Marie. Thank you,
The reason
baby.
I'm asking is because I heard you say earlier, Mr. Proudfoot,
you,
that your
lovey.
neighbors have been very, very forthcoming with their Ring camera info. And I was
Yes, ma'am.
trying to determine if any lights were on, what, if anything, they may have caught. But I understand from your previous interviews that nothing of any evidentiary value was caught. And also, in another statement you gave, I understand that the video of the 2 flashlights, and I'm saying that with air quotes, that's not exactly what that was at all. We now don't believe that 2 flashlights were observed around your home. Is that correct?
You're
Yes.
very correct.
Very correct.
Okay. Question regarding your vehicle.
Edgar, you know those are flashlights. You know there's a car there. You know law enforcement asked you about them. You are very correct on that one. Telling you guys, that's where it is. That's where it is. That's where it is. I'm telling you.
Miss Proudfoot, what make and model do you drive?
I drive a Infinity SUV.
Not really.
Year?
2017.
And sir, what do you drive?
I drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a 2021, I think.
First of all, Edgar, are you saying KK knows the year, make, and model of her car, but you don't know the actual year? And he says 2021, I think. That's interesting. That's interesting. I drive a diesel truck. We know KK didn't go anywhere.
So your Infinity
that
SUV
night.
was parked in the garage or outside the garage that night, Miss Proudfoot?
In the garage.
In the garage.
So
And
I do want to clear something up about because a lot of people's like, oh, he's got an earpiece in, he's got an earpiece on. When you're on Nancy's, you have to use an earpiece. Because I've had people like send me the picture of his earpiece. You can't use just a regular microphone in the pre-interview phase. What they do, like the directions, they tell you that you have to use an earpiece, a headphones of some sort, or not. They don't want you to use headphones, even though I've seen people do it. They want you to use earbuds. Some people does use headphones though on our show.
and Mr. Proudfoot, your vehicle was on location in Memphis. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So there's only one car at the home. Is that right?
Unverified.
There was actually a work vehicle in the driveway at the time as well, but it hasn't moved. We can't give out that information because we don't have permission from her work.
I don't understand that. What?
Nobody does, Nancy.
About the make and model of the vehicle.
I have a work van that was also parked in the driveway.
Why is that? If it's out in the driveway where people can see it, why is that privileged information?
We just don't have permission from her company to divulge that information.
Divulge.
Have you asked?
No, ma'am, we have not. Nobody's asked us
So
that
that
question.
was-
to be honest with you.
Okay, so you have a work van. Question to you, Miss Proudfoot, what do you do for a living?
Let me see if I can find where she. Okay. I think she said. Let's see where they talk about the phone because we need my wife on the phone. Cajun Navy was brought. It's not that one. Then I decided to bypass a few steps. Can I access the phone? Go over the phone. Bear with me. I'm trying to find where she is speaking about going to the garage. Handed the phone. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I think it's right here. Right up here. All right, let's see.
The morning I was told that he was missing.
And Mr. Proudfoot, when did you leave town?
Early February.
So you had been gone for days before he went missing. Is that correct?
Correct, ma'am.
Had you visited home since you left?
You said from when I initially left?
That's such a lie. You can tell.
Yes, ma'am. I came home February 26th, the morning I was told that he was missing.
From the time that you left for the
Obvious.
job in Memphis to
Needed time.
February 26th, did you visit the home?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh wait,
When?
that was a.
I was home.
That was a
I
yes.
can't give exact dates. Law enforcement has told me not to provide exact dates, but I had been home multiple times prior to February. And then I left early February and then didn't come back till February 26th, the morning he was missing.
So you were not home from the time you left early February till Feb 26. Is that right?
Correct, ma'am.
Where were
Yeah.
you living in Memphis?
He came home.
I have an RV
The
trailer
morning
that I
as it
stay
was.
in at an RV park.
It's right up here. I'm
RV
pretty
park.
sure.
Okay. Following back up on that morning, you search the home, Miss Proudfoot. Then you get in your vehicle and you start searching. Did Sebastian know how to drive?
No, ma'am.
Was your car in the same location when you woke up that morning as it was the night before?
Yes, ma'am.
Has your car
No,
been
that's-
searched by police?
Multiple times. Yes, ma'am.
Have scent dogs looked at your car?
Yes, ma'am.
So your car's in the same place. You get in the car, you start looking in the neighborhood for him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you call Mr. Proudfoot,
Listen,
right?
right here.
I believe I was already on the phone with him at that point.
There you go. That's it.
Okay.
There we go. Right there. Right there. I believe I was already on the phone with him at that point. That was when they were searching Rockland Park.
Yes, ma'am.
So your car's in the same place. You get in the car, you start looking in the neighborhood for him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you call Mr. Proudfoot, right?
I believe I was already on the phone with him at that point.
I believe I was already. You believe? Or you was? Which one was it? Which one was it? Oh, Kelsey, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you, my lovey. Thank you so much, my dear. Very kind of you. That's a weak assertion, I believe. All right. So, if we look here, let me take this down. If we look here, do a little 6 a.m. We got checks, wakes, Sebastian. Okay. Wake Sebastian. Okay. 6:03. Looks and looks inside for Sebastian. Okay. 6:03. She is on phone with Edgar. Right. Okay, now wait a second. I just thought of something. She talks about when did she get dressed and put her makeup on? I don't think Katie wears any makeup. But at 6:03, she is calling Edgar. Remember, he's sitting high up in the crane. Right? 6:03 calls Edgar. Did you look here? Did you look here? Right. Now, after 6:03, she claims she left on in car to search for him. Okay. This a little bit smaller. All right. Now, the next thing we hear, Edgar text Seth at 6:19 a.m. Okay. Do it like this, 6:19. All right. Now, 6:33, they they call we'll just do non-emergency number. Okay. 622. You guys are right. 622. Sorry. Fix that. 622. All right. 622. We knew why she. It is. I'm still an hour behind on 3,000 feet. I text. Oh, thank you, Spirit. She can't hear me, so I'll text her right there. All right. Now there's something wrong because we know yes, but I need to know. The thing about it is, like, I probably feel like she was there, but I need to know where it came from. And yeah, I just asked Josh if I could push it back. I'm gonna hold on. Let me do that really quick because I just told Josh I was gonna push it back. Bear with me 1 second. All right, here we go. But the problem is, hold on. Spirit Seeker, can you come to the live part? Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't have a receipt at for Kathy being there or a witness, right? If I had that, I would use that, but I don't have that. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we were going over your video, Spirit Seeker, and this one. Let me show you. Let me just show you right here. We've caught some very interesting things even further. It's only like a 2-minute video, so here we go.
Chris, do you think that Seth had anything to do with the disappearance of his child?
No.
100% at your soul, you don't believe you,
I don't
Katie,
feel
or
he
Seth?
does. No, absolutely not. And everybody has their own opinions, but Seth was at work. After I got off the phone with law enforcement, I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, the next phone call I made was directly to Seth. Immediately. I called his phone. It went to voicemail. I didn't leave a voicemail. I sent him a text. As soon as you get this,
I need to
call
know
me
where it
immediately.
came from.
911. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. And he called me, and I told him, and I'll never forget that conversation. I won't. Nope.
Listen.
But I told him. He went to the house. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
What?
I just don't know what people want. I mean, people are going to want their own answers and their own theories, but I promise you, it is very straight black and white, no gray area. It's right down the middle. And here it is.
I got in my truck about 7:20, and I saw that I had a missed phone call and a text message from Christopher Proudfoot saying, and 911, and
hold on.
That's when I turned around and
wait a second.
I called. I mean, people are going to want their own answers and their own theories, but I told him. He went to the house. I mean, and I told him, and I'll never forget that conversation. I won't. Nope. But I told him. He went to the house. I mean, I don't know. I sent him a text. As soon as you get this, call me immediately. 911. Still to this day, that's exactly what I told him. And he called
me immediately.
And I told him, and I'll never forget that conversation. I won't. Nope.
Well,
But I
when
told
someone in chat said immediately, you guys remember in Duchess interview, he says, no, not Duchess interview. Either Holly's or the other news interview. He says immediately we called emergency services or dispatch immediately. I'm a black or white kind of person. He says we immediately called. Mm-mm.
told him. He went to
You
the
did
house.
not.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
What?
I just don't know what people want. I mean, people are going to want their own answers and their own theories, but I promise you, it is very straight black and white, no gray area. It's right down the middle. And here it is.
I got in my truck about 7:20, and I saw that I had a missed phone call and a text message from Christopher Proudfoot saying, and 911, and that's when I turned around and I called, and that's when I found out my son was missing.
So what was that conversation like when you finally got him on the phone? And,
Well,
and do
Spirit,
you
wait
happen to
till you see
remember what
this.
time the text was versus the missed
No, I'm gonna
call?
show
I mean,
you.
was
I'm
that
gonna show you.
was that right at 6 o'clock? Was it at 7 something?
6:22. 6:22. 6:22.
Okay, so they went through the business of Chris. Katie calls Chris. Chris calls the sheriff, and then when all those calls were made, then they reach out to you for the first time.
The text was at 6:22. From my understanding, they called the sheriff's office at like 6:33. So,
Seth, what was the first thing that Chris said to you on the phone? What was the very first thing he said?
don't be mad.
We haven't made a process.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning.
Great.
Call came in at 6:33 this morning.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Call came in at 6:33. Now, let me show you this, Spirit Seeker. Let me show you this. Something is very, 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 very wrong here. Jessica Daniels. Or Danielle. Watch this. If the call goes in at 6:33.
A 15-year-old male is not in the bed. Medium white male, 30 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot. My friend is laying down. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants.
Watch the time
Female
stamp.
does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time.
All right. You're ready.
Just warming up.
Central to 47-180, 412. Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
All right. 6:42. 6:42. She is driving around. That's why we could never understand because it was 6:03. She's already on the phone with Edgar. She's getting in her car. They're nervous about talking about this. You can tell on Olivia's. From 6:03 to 6:33, what the hell are they doing? The only thing we have between 6:03 and 6:33 is a text to Seth. From 6:33, that is when they call the non-emergency number. At 6:42, she says, "No, the child is not left alone in the house. She is out driving the neighborhood at and is in a baby blue Infinity." And that's why this has not made sense. If you go, let me think. And that's why she said within 10 minutes they were at the house. They've been keeping 6:03 to 6:33. That's 30 minutes. We have no idea. Edgar said I called immediately because I'm a black or white kind of person. Immediately. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, that too, Smiley. Yeah. Oh, angel wings. I don't think anybody slept that night. Except, well, none of them. Because Seth was at work. Right, he said he suggested a few places to look. Did you? Well, he asked her. He said, "Did you look here? Did you look here? Did you look here?" Did Chris remain on the line for his entire drive back home with Sheriff? Um, he said he was on the phone with cops pretty much the whole morning. Bullshit. Listen, if you're not involved, you don't have to lie. It's really that simple. CP said he was on the phone before texting Seth. Yeah, he was on the phone since 6:03. And we just heard KK while she was walking, before she was even in her car. She was on the phone with Edgar. But CP told Terry Lynn that the call was made before 6:30. Mm-mm. Hey, PG. Yes. Yep. You would call and say, have you seen Sebastian? Have you heard from him? Was he upset? Was he mad? Melissa at 5:58 on the 27th, the day after Sebastian went missing, literally almost 24 hours minus 2 minutes, said, "We've been looking for him since 6:30 a.m." Well, how the hell was you looking for him at that time? There is 30 minutes that is totally unaccounted for. So if you just looked from 6 to 6:03 and you said a minute flat, and immediately called Edgar. What took 30 minutes? 30 minutes is a ton of time when you have a child missing. What's 7:59? 6:03, KP says she searched house, drove around. Approximately 10. Yes. But she's not driving around until 6:42. She's not driving around. Well, okay, let's say she's driving around at 6:33. Let's say she's driving like when the when the phone call happens to non-dispatch. I know she's not gone more than 10 minutes. Everyone I have spoken to, I think even the PI says it was no more than 10 minutes. So if it's at 6:33, at 6:43, and this is 6:42, she's still driving around. But she said, he told me to get back home, that police were on their way. Well, you're on a 3-way call together. I lost my keys yesterday in my store for a good 15 minutes. Exactly. Something is very, very wrong. Yep, at 5:30, it's about 20 minutes from the Sox to Worsham Drift. Why did Chris have to tell? Well, yeah. I mean, you're on the phone together, right? And another thing Edgar says in another interview, I stayed on the phone pretty much the whole time. What do you mean pretty much the whole time? It's a damn 3-way call. Why did Edgar keep working? Yeah, well, that's a really good question because he wanted to prove his alibi. All right, Patty. Thank you, darling. She should have already known if she was. Well, yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Uh, maybe at 3 a.m., Mary, but that's. I don't think he was that morning. I've only done 3-way calls. Well, I used to have a clip of someone calling in to I can't think of his name. And they made a point about the 3-way calls. About calling, and if you get off the phone, like it'll hang the other person up. Pascal. It was Pascal. I always want to call Pascal Apollo for some reason. It's so weird. I don't know why I want to call him Apollo. His name is Pascal. I think CP his phone at the camper and had it connected to a burner phone. My only real question is where'd they put Sebastian? Yeah, that's all of our questions, but the part of that is finding out these things, right? Why to find out where Sebastian is, you have to find out why there is lies being told. What's the motivation for it, and why they would say this versus this. CP said he called law enforcement before 6:33 a.m., which means her 10-minute drive window would have lasted till 6:42. Yeah, but it's not. But that's the thing. From what I've been told, I need to double check with one person. I'll do that tonight. One second, y'all. Okay, Trishy, thank you. I just got that. Um Oh, I think that's the one I'm playing, isn't it, Trishy? Yeah, that's the one I'm already playing. She left after the PI releases, plus Bobby states garbage goes by son. She left after the garbage truck. Timestamp was at 5:12. I think on neighbor's cam the PI release plus Bobby states garbage goes by. When the sun is coming up, KP goes out and then comes back, and then well, it stated that the garbage truck comes, and then a little while later KK comes out and she's gone a little bit, and then she comes back, and then just a brief minute later the popo's there. Something's wrong. Something is very wrong here. Could she go out and come back twice? I mean, is it a possibility? Yes. Yes, Meep. That is one thing I'm 100% sure about. Yes. Very good point. He told her to hurry up. The police were on their way. Well, the police showed up officially at 6:54, wasn't it?
Go on search of the residence. We'll go from there. I'm in the area. Check one hold up. See.
Six.
We'll sit there and see what's going on. Go on search of the residence. We'll go from there. I'm in the area.
6:56, he says I'm in the area, and 7:04 is, I think, is when they're officially there. Hurry up, they're on their way. So it can't be it 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 can't be any earlier. I mean, we got the timestamps. Yes, there is. There is storage lockers by Warsham's. They lied about his scent being found. That is true. They will lie about anything, no matter how ridiculous or easily. Yeah, I agree. Hey Coco. Only thing we know for sure is that the lights was outside their house. Justin, do you not find it suspicious the way the dispatcher says "baby blue infinity"? I don't. I just think she's like, and she's driving a baby blue infinity. For them, it's just, I don't know. Um, all right, guys. I'm going to end it here. I will be back here in just a little bit with Mr. Joshua Diaz from the lab. He will be joining me. We are going to be speaking about Michael Von case. When you think it can't get any more ridiculous, it does. Stacy Wandra is trying to sue myself, Josh from the lab, Hidden True Crime, Dr. I can't think of his first name. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, and Southwest, Pacific Northwest True Crime, I think it is. It is really that you just, well, no, not John Mathis. Thank you so much. John and Lauren, one side. And Brooks and all that. And I can't wait. It's so hilarious. But this is also someone who said he was going to sue Brandy, the mother, the victim. He also filed a lawsuit against, and YouTube. Sorry, YouTube is in that as well. YouTube is in the lawsuit that we're in. Yeah. So, let's just see how worried about it I am. Anyway, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Much love to you all. Really do appreciate you. What's he going to do? Spend it in ramen noodles in prison, you mother chicken? I cannot wait to roast that mother chucker in a minute. All right, guys, I'll see you on a little bit with Josh from the lab. Join us, won't you? All right, guys. Oh, please. There is not. Let him. Let him. I will get that mother chicken on the stand, and he won't get any fucking milk for days. I'll tell you that. He's one of the most disgusting people I have ever seen on this planet. You can get me heated. All right. I got to save it for a little bit. All right, guys. Much love. Bye bye.